So good morning and welcome back to the channel. Today we are in my 964 as you can see, and we're heading to a Porsche Club GB meet down at the Black Swan near Cobham. I also wanted to take this opportunity to talk a bit about why I chose this particular 964, because I'd obviously been in the market for a couple of years. Well, maybe that's not obvious. I had been in the market for a couple of years looking for the right car, and I want to tell the story behind why I chose this particular one. So yeah, stick around if you want to see some cool Porsches at the Porsche GB meet, and also listen to why this car arrived with me. So we've made it down to the Black Swan in Cobham, and you can see here the 964 is parked up and looking bloody lovely next to all of this other very lovely metal. Yeah, we'll do a bit of a walk around and show you what's here. My friend has just turned up in his 964 Turbo over there, so we need to go and have a mooch around that. But yeah, there's some very cool stuff here. Right, let's have a little bit of a walk around and see what we can see here. We've got a Carrera T, 992 generation, that's a new one. A yellow GT4 as well. We've got a few 993s here. I don't know what this colour is. Porsche nerds, you're gonna have to tell me. Oh, car going past. Porsche nerds, you're gonna have to tell me what this is, but it looks bloody beautiful. Is it a 4 or 2? Have a quick look here. It's a manual. It's very nice, whatever it is. And then we've got another 993 over here. Is this Amazon green? I think it might be. Let's have a quick look. That's bloody lovely. Very nice. We've got a Taycan. Boo. And we've got a Carrera RS here as well, which looks stunning. Carrera RS 964. He's got the suspension load on that as well, so I have to have a look at what we can do on our car. That's very nice. I think it's got the original seats in there too. There you go, you got the Carrera RS buckets. It's a left hooker. Manual. That's lovely. The daddy's here too. We've got a GT2 RS in Guards Red with yellow calipers and Weiss gold wheels. It's very nice. Red stitching on the interior. Yeah, this looks to be very low mileage and in great condition. That's absolutely stunning. The daddy. These are only going one way in value. And we've also just stumbled across this GT4 RS, which brings back a lot of memories. The spec on this car is lovely too. It's got the Weissach pack with the gold wheels and yellow details. Yeah, it looks very nice. Brings back some good memories. Got a gold stripe on there too, which looks pretty good with the gold wheels. Good looking thing. I do miss mine. Right, so I want to tell the story of why I bought this particular 964. Now, as many of you probably know, or some of you don't, if you follow me, or if you don't follow me on Instagram, I bought this car from Collecting Cars, and I bought it sight unseen. Yeah, if you can believe that, I bought a 33-year-old car without seeing it before I placed the winning bid. So this was a sight unseen purchase. So I've been on the hunt for the right car for around two and a half years. I knew I wanted a 964. I think it's the most beautiful generation of 911 by a long, long way. But this particular car was bought because we are almost exactly the same age. Now I say almost because this was actually produced in the mid 92s. I think it was maybe September, October 1992, but not delivered until March 1993. And my birthday is January 1993, so we're thereabouts of being exactly the same age. I was basically looking for an early 1993 car with all the right bits on it. What people might not know is when the 964s were coming out during that 1992, 1993 period, they actually were really hard to sell. And dealers were really struggling with sales, which is the reason that this was produced in the mid-90s, but then wasn't registered until 1990, into the early 1993s, because they couldn't sell it. They really couldn't get rid of these back in the early 90s. And it's funny because ones like this are now hen's teeth in the UK. They're really hard to get hold of. So when this car popped up on Collecting Cars, and I saw it was an early 93 car, I thought, I need to have it. There was a few specific things that I really knew that I wanted when I bought a 964.
I knew I didn't want some of the more out there colors. I didn't want a red car. I ideally wanted either like a dark car, like a dark blue, or white or polar silver, and I got one in Grand Prix white. Now, one thing I didn't know about when I bought this car, and it wasn't advertised, which is absolutely beyond me why they didn't put it on the Collecting Cars advert, is that this has a full service history. It's been serviced every year from when it was delivered in 1993 through to last year when I bought it, and then since then I've taken it to RPM Technic for delivery, which was done in January of this year. But this car has been serviced throughout its whole life. It has a full comprehensive service history. Let's jump into the service history and we can go through the extensive file of all the documents that came with this car when I bought it. So this is the binder that came with the 964 when I bought it. Now there's a folder in here that I have created from all the documents that are in the binder. So everything that's in here was loose in this folder, and I put it into this binder that's in chronological order by year. So we can go into that in a second as well. I will try and keep names and things discreet. Let's get the actual service book. So this is the service book. Now we can zoom in here and I'll show you the annual services that this car's had over 33 years. So then here's the actual service history. So we've got, you can see services started in October 93 at 2,300 miles. We've got 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 31, 32, 33 service stamps in this book, with the last one being the one that I've done with this car at RPM Technic in February of this year at 99,680 miles. So yeah, the records of this car is just absolutely outstanding, which was not advertised when the car was bought, which is very interesting to know about. Right, now let's have a look at this, which I've pulled together. I'll try and keep some of the names in here discreet, but what I've done with all the documents that are in this folder is I've put them by year. So page for each year of documents. And I'm going to take a quick flick through. I won't go through this in full detail, but you can see here we've got service stamps, service history, MOT records for every year going back to 1993 when it was first delivered, and that's a letter that came with the car when it was first delivered. You can see there 6th of October 93 was the first service. Going through, here we go. So that was the 24 service, 25 service. I haven't actually put the full document for the RPM service in here yet, and all the work that I had done on the car, but that will go in here shortly. And yeah, can you get more extensive than that? I don't think so. Anyway, back to the car. So I think the risk definitely paid off. I'm very happy with the decision to buy this. I think I was quite lucky with the PDI inspection that came through from RPM Technic. I'm very lucky that it wasn't advertised with the full service history when it has one. But overall, I really love this car. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more content with the 964 and my story with this car as our lives develop together, then please do like, comment and subscribe. Really appreciate the view. Thanks very much.